Oh yeah, that's right. The special corner thingies.
I think they're random, so I don't know. I didn't see anything about it, like what it. Okay. Matching the matching the location hexes. That missed. So that means these are oases, or the location hexes. So I write that right.
Ah, okay.
This is hovels. Well, houses, I guess. I kind of mean to call them hovels.
Oh, we could take this bottom piece off.
That's fine.
Oh.
Here's the little houses. This is the little farms. These might be extras for the other game boards. Okay. Then we need to get those ones out of there.
Good night.
How do you know the knife goes there?
No, I don't. I'm just showing
okay. Just showing the camera? Okay. Portion of the next is game board pieces matching location. Place 2 corresponding location tiles on each location hex.
Oh, I see.
So like that goes like that. Okay. Each location hex. 2 on each hex. Place 2 corresponding location tiles on each location hex. So there's 2 of those. That goes in there. We got a hovel, and we got farm, farm. Is that horses? Nope. No horses.
These are those.
I think these are these.
Got 2 more farms.
2 more farms. So there's those.
I got 2 of these. Oh, because there's only one Stonehenge.
Alright. There's only one Stonehenge. Okay, so these go here. I also brought the other schlock game, so.
Schlocky.
There's that. Games over, yellow card files, and ow. One of the girls at the soccer game got a red card. And
She bulldoze somebody?
well, apparently she got a yellow card, and then she had an attitude with the ref, so she got a red card. Shuffle all the terrain tile. So these are the terrain cards. Discovery versions. I think those are different.
Oh, they go with this symbol.
Okay, that's gonna be something. Alright. Okay, that's all the things. So here's the terrain cards.
Oh, that battery doesn't have much life in it.
You got a adapter?
I do. It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
In the bag. Didn't Dawn and Angie have a card shuffler, or
I have a card shuffler.
you have a card shuffler? Somebody
But a lot of people say it's hard on the cards.
Oh. I can see that. If you're a casino, you don't care because you're changing out the cards all the time anyways. Okay. Shuffle the Kingdom Builder cards and randomly draw 3 of them. Oh, there's some debate. It might have been a second yellow card turned red. She might have already been in. Okay. Kingdom Builder cards and randomly draw 3 cards, place them next to the game board, face up. So then. Farmers, knights, and discoverers. Okay. Okay. Distribution of game components. Give each player in their player color. So you got the blue. So I will take the orange. Put these 2 off to the side. Okay. So you got all your things out? Excellent.
You didn't. This isn't for this game?
It might be. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so.
Oh, that's the first. That's the start player tile.
Okay.
It says give it to the oldest.
Really?
They will. Yeah.
Okay.
What's this?
Well, yeah, I trust you. It just seemed kind of coincidental.
Let's see. Active player plays their terrain card face up in front of them. Oh, hold on.
So we're over here.
Oh, over there.
I think actually I'm down to here now. So what does it say do here?
We each get. Oh, additionally, each player draws 1 terrain card from the draw pile and keeps it hidden from the others.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Turn one of the unused board sections over to its backside and place it next to the game board. Then each player.
We did that part. We're already hit it.
Oh, that's this thing.
Yep.
The score marker. Okay, players take turns in clockwise direction. Don't think it matters.
Right.
Active player plays their terrain card face up in front of themselves and subsequently builds their settlements. During the turn, the player must build 3 settlements from their personal supply on unoccupied hexes of the same terrain type as their played card, strictly obeying the building rules. An extra action. In the course of the game, players will collect location tiles. Location tiles grant extra actions, and players can perform each extra action once during their turn. Player may perform each single extra action before or after their mandatory action. The extra actions allow building additional settlements or even moving existing settlements. After a player has performed their mandatory action and does not want to perform any extra actions or cannot do so, they put their terrain card on the discard pile and draw a new card from the draw pile, keeping it hidden on their hand. Okay. Whenever you build next to a location hex, they seize immediately one of these location tiles if available. And then they place this tile in front of themselves, picture side face up, and can use this extra action from their next turn on. A player may seize only 1 location tile from a given location. The player keeps a location tile as long as at least one of their settlements is adjacent to the corresponding location. they move their last settlement away from such a location by using an extra action, they must discard this location tile and remove it from the game. Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay. At the end of the game, players will earn 3 gold for each castle hex if they have built at least one of their own settlements next to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's pretty simple. You cannot build next to your own settlement if there's water next to it. Like, let's say you're here, here, here.
Right.
You cannot build on this side.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty simple. Let's see. It says must build 3 settlements. But what if you don't have? Let's say you can only build in 2 spots. Player must build each new settlement adjacent to at least one of their own existing settlements. If this is not possible, the player must or may choose a new unoccupied hex where they can build their settlement. Okay. Oh, the player must, if it's a mandatory, or may choose, if it's an extra action, a new unoccupied hex where they can build their settlement. Okay. So that's how you're forced to.
Alright, so.
And first,
Alright.
okay.
So turn over your
My card.
terrain card in front of themselves and subsequently build settlements.
It's a forest card.
You gotta build 3 settlements from their personal supply on unoccupied hexes of the same terrain type as their played card, strictly obeying the building rules. See page 4.
Okay, so that's easy. Okay.
The building one. Exactly 1 settlement may be built on any eligible terrain space. They may only be built on hexes of grass, canyon, desert, flower, and field. In rare cases, if there's no eligible hex at the beginning of the player's turn or during their turn, there is no hex matching the same time in which they can build settlement.
Okay.
The player draws a new terrain card immediately. The useless terrain card is removed from the game. Okay. A player must build each new settlement adjacent to at least one of their own existing settlements if it's possible. You can choose a new unoccupied hex where they can build.
Okay, so I take this. I don't have to show it to you, right? Oh, but everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Okay, if it's your mandatory action,
shows it right
your
here.
oracle or barn action, you can
So
choose a hex of the same terrain type of
so it's gonna have the same symbol.
Okay. Okay. Alright, it does seem kind of simple, doesn't it?
Pretty straightforward, yeah. Simple game. That's it. That's all there is to it. Unless other than the expansions and all that, and special rules, probably.
I love it. All right.
Well, that's
So you just pick a place to start, and then you.
Well, no, it's according to your card.
Right, but it can be on any of the boards.
Anywhere on the board.
Okay. So now on your next turn, do you keep
I thought there was a rule that you had to like start on the edge, or maybe it was a home
house rule
or something.
Let's see.
When I played with Saw in the Maze. Could be.
Location.
It just out of, or maybe when you're forced to build a new one, it has to be on the edge. Maybe that's it.
One settlement only there. Okay. Adjacent to at least one of their own existing. One hex of a board section. I don't see. End of the game, final of the game.
Okay. Yep. Anywhere on the board, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. One second. I just don't want to miss like a one sentence thing saying, pick a corner of the board to start. I wonder.
It'd be really hard unless you actually drew that particular.
Right?
Because I don't see. Oh, there is forest on the edge of the board.
Right.
There's a little of everything.
I guess if you wanted to, you could say you have to be as close to the corner as you can be. Right? So like here, if I've got a forest, okay, then I can start building there. Or if I have, I don't know.
Because I built right there and right next to the thing, and I grabbed the token right away. Because I remember getting to the tokens was a difficult thing to do or get to.
Well, but then if you're starting in the corner, what do you just do that one?
What?
If you're trying to start in the corner, what if you're that one? And then you start on. You can't start.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I don't think.
All right. I don't know.
Not. It wasn't a corner. It was just the edge.
All right. We'll just start.
But
all right. So this is.
We'll play with the rules as we read them.
Field.
Not necessarily as written, because
right.
we may have missed something.
So.
Rules as read.
Rules.
That's a new acronym.
Right. R.
RAR.
Rawr.
Instead of raw.
All right. So going with like what you're saying.
This looks like you move your one colony to another colony. Three pieces from one spot to another spot.
And this says you can move a house to a field?
You can start at a new field.
Oh.
This is you can start it in any new desert. You hand me the rules and I can. And the Stonehenge you can go anywhere. Build one settlement on a desert hex. Build adjacent if possible.
Okay. And this is your bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's only one settlement. One settlement, one settlement, one settlement.
That's what each of those means.
The tavern is build one settlement at one end of the line of at least 3 of your.
So you're building a road.
Oh, that doesn't let you move. Okay, a whole colony.
You just get a bonus placement
Okay.
at a line of 3. Okay, just build one settlement at the farm and build one settlement on the grass hex. Your goal.
The orientation of the line does not matter.
So that's maybe what's important about your initial placement is you're connecting off of there.
Well, that's true. That's why I tried to touch as many different colors there with that placement.
So, like, once I place these, can I place over here next?
No, because it's across the canyon. You can't place across the canyon unless it has the little bridge.
Alright. I can see. So then if I go there, and there. Is it an adjacent grassy area or any grassy area?
It's next turn anyway.
Right, but can we see the rules? It might
What?
be important.
Well, it says if build adjacent if possible.
Right, but if it's not, then you can start building into the grass.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so actually putting this one here was a bad move.
That's interesting. All right.
I thought touching everything would be a good idea, but it's actually a bad move. Because then I would be if I used this, then I'd be forced to place it there.
So now I get the farm thing.
Yeah, for next turn, for a future turn.
For a future turn. All right. So then you have the rules. What else? Is that what we do?
And that's pretty much that's all there is to it. Apparently, thought there was more to it, but very simple game. Oops. Pretty simple game.
All right. So when do we get those? When do we get those cards?
Oh, the Kingdom Builder cards?
Yeah. Is that when you get a castle?
Let's see, building rules. The 3 Kingdom Builder cards are evaluated one after the other for each player.
Right, so
those are like end of game victory
those are
points.
The goals. Okay. So wait, do we draw a new terrain card every turn?
Oh, that's right. After you is after you play your card, you put the terrain card in the discard pile and draw a new card.
Okay.
So it's random where you're going to place next again. That's it.
Huh.
Yeah, so those are these Kingdom Builder cards are end of game bonus points. That's farmers. This one is knights.
Okay.
And the last one is discoverers. Build, what does it say? Build settlements on many horizontal lines. 1 gold for each horizontal line on which you have built at least one of your own settlements. Horizontal line. What the heck does that mean?
That's each of these.
And the Knights is build many settlements on one horizontal line. Build many settlements on one horizontal line. 2 gold for each of your own settlements built on that horizontal line with the most of your own settlements. And the farmers build settlements in all sectors. I assume this is a sector, that's a sector, that's
Right.
a sector.
Okay.
3 gold for each of your own settlements in that sector, with the fewest of your own settlements, whatever that means. Okay.
So that's if you have 5, 4, and 3, you go to the 3 one.
Okay. So, next, I have forest again.
Okay.
So, I have to build next to my own forest, so let's see. So let's go ahead and there. Well, they say you can only get one of each of these, right?
I think so.
Well, the idea is to build as many settlements as you can, so I'm going to go ahead and use my free extra turn.
Okay. So that goes away once you use it?
I guess not. It doesn't say about discarding it.
Does it?
So I can always build an extra one. So we're aiming really, but what we're really aiming at are for the cities.
Yeah, so location tiles grant extra actions. Players can perform each extra action during their turn.
So actually it behooves me to put it there, and then now I can get closer to the city quicker.
Huh.
Oh, I can totally block you out of that one.
Out of one.
This one. Because there's water on this side. There's the canyon on this side and the mountain there that's not accessible.
So, okay, at the end of the game, players will earn 3 gold for each castle or hex if they built at least one of their own settlements next to it. Gotcha.
Oh.
You could block me out of that one. Are you done?
I think I draw a card.
Okay. So I have canyons. And I have to put them next to each other if possible. So I will go. And I will take my bonus action.
You can't build in a canyon.
I have a canyon.
Oh, you can build in canyons. Oh, I did not know.
Yes.
I thought that was a area that wasn't allowed. Okay.
And you can only collect one of these, right? So I should have actually gone to a different land. Okay, so build 3 settlements, build settlements in all sections, build settlements many settlements on one horizontal line. 2 gold for each of your own settlements built on that horizontal line with the most of your own settlements. So again, if you have one line that has 5 and another with 4 and another with 3, the one with the most scores. And then the other one, the discoverers, is on many horizontal, one for each horizontal line on which you have built at least one of your own settlements. Okay.
Do they have examples of the cards in there? Let's see.
Not really list them right there, but maybe on the back.
I thought I saw the cards in there. Yeah, the cards are in here.
Okay.
Yeah, they have examples.
Oh.
Where's the farmers? Oh, they're there. Oh, okay. Okay, so I drew deserts, which I already got deserts of. So I'll do the mean thing. Well, no, actually, I can't block you out of here because unless I get canyons.
Right.
1, 2, 3, and then I use my extra action here. Do we keep these, or it doesn't say discard them, right?
It didn't say discard them. And it sounds like you want to collect a lot.
I thought you
because
did.
Get each of them.
I think we did because otherwise that's why you want to collect more of them. I thought.
Okay, let's see. In the course of the game, players will collect location tiles. Location tiles grant extra actions, and players can perform each extra action once during their turn. A player may perform each
once?
single during your turn.
Oh, not during the game.
Yeah, right.
Not per tile. Because otherwise, why have so many tiles out there? Is my reasoning behind it.
Because you have 4 players, and each player has
okay.
a shot at one of them on a thing. There's only 2 of us, so theoretically, I think we could have just put 2 of them out since the extras don't matter. Unless you can have multiples of one. Which, I guess, you can. Does it say you can only collect one?
Yeah, it says you can only collect one. And that's what makes me think that it keeps it's reusable every turn. Or maybe one out of all the tiles that you have.
You can only seize one location tile from a given location. You keep a location tile as long as at least one of your settlements is adjacent to the corresponding location.
There you go. Okay, yeah, I did remember reading that part.
Right.
Okay, so you can essentially keep doing it every turn. But if you collect more than one tile, then you got more choices to pick from for an extra action.
You can do each one, I think.
No, you can. I think you can only do one.
Let's find out. Okay, extra actions. Location tiles grant extra actions, and the players can perform each extra action once during their turn.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so the more of them you have, the better.
Then you have flexibility. Okay.
No, you just keep at. That means you can put more out.
Right, that's true. Okay.
Did I finish?
I think, did you?
Oh no, I was gonna. I was debating whether to put another extra one out or not. Okay, so.
So is there an advantage to being grouped versus spread out?
For the end victory conditions, for whether you. Actually, it sounds like it's better to be spread out.
Right? That's what I think. So.
Instead of grouped.
That's what I think. That's interesting.
I don't think you can put there. Because you already got a green.
What?
You already got a green. So that means you have to keep continuing on the green.
Oh. That was a mistake.
You missed that part?
No, I understand that now. Now that you said it, I remember it, but I did not remember it before. I see. I see.
Even so, you're adjacent to here, so you would have had to put it there anyway.
That's true, too. I see what you mean. That's true. That's true.
So essentially, you have to fill up. You're forced to fill up
Right?
if you keep drawing the same color cards or whatever.
I will play my thing, and... go there. I see. Okay.
I do remember running out of these settlements
Mm-hmm.
and having to pull them from one part of the board and put them in another.
Okay, because you only have so many people.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to get a card. Keep forgetting that. Okay. Another grass. Okay, so I got grass. So I guess I want to go this way. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
Oh, draw a card.
Okay. I have another canyon. So I will go 1, 2, and I'll come down that way. That's 3. And then, actually, don't they say that you can use your bonus?
You may or you don't have to if you don't
Right,
want
but
to.
you can do it at any point during your turn, right?
Yeah,
You can do
before or after.
placement. Okay.
Before or after your primary action.
Right. So going back to it, you're right. It was a good thing to be touching lots of different terrains. I think. So there's my bonus one. Now I'll discard that. And, okay.
You're done?
And then I'm done.
You're not going to do your extraction?
I did. That was my extra one.
Oh,
Done.
okay.
Oh.
Oh, it's that one over there. Okay. There you go. It's, I don't know what it's called.
The flower fields.
Flower fields. Okay.
Yep, that's exactly what it's called.
1, 2, 3.
Uh,
1, 2, 3. Going straight for that city. Let's see. And a desert. If I want to. I could go this way, huh? Let's do that. Yeah, eventually well, you got
blocked
that.
me.
No, but you're over there.
Yeah, but if you go there, then you block me off from the Southlands.
That's true.
How
Necessarily.
do you cross the water?
Because if you use up all those, for instance, if you use up all these things, and you use the canyon, you get a canyon card, you could put it over here.
That's true.
Or over here.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Do I want to use this desert one? Doesn't really help there. Doesn't put me any closer to it. There's no cities over there. The only cities over there. Okay, I guess this will put me a little closer to the city. Okay, so I use that and draw another card. Ooh, that's a good one.
I have a desert. I will go ahead and go. How do you get across the water?
Bridges?
Oh, so like I could go here now because there's a bridge there.
Well, oh no, you didn't draw a canyon card. Okay.
I didn't, but yeah. So the bridge lets me go across.
Well, let's look up the bridge rule.
Okay.
Unless they're just for a show.
No, that totally seems like that makes sense.
Because there is a bridge over here across the water over here.
types. Adjacent to at least one of their own.
Let's see. You just put it on regular TV, you know. You just have you do that. Okay. Or is it on regular TV? Yeah. Oh. Nothing?
No,
Oh, where's my phone? We can Google it.
I think it has to be that way because otherwise, how would you get out to the island?
What?
It has to be that way. Otherwise, how would you get out to the island?
If you draw a forest and there's no forest available for you to drop on.
Oh, let's see if we can.
So, remember that.
4. Okay, canyon barn, terrain space 1. Okay.
Okay, that's a kingdom builder. Kingdom builder. Bridges.
Oh, if you go next to both of these, you can pick up one from each place. So I think for us, we should only have. I think you want one for each player.
Yeah, but if you want, let's say you don't want to go all the way to over there and you want to pick it.
I can't get another one here.
Right.
So I got that one. I can only get one from each space. But if I came all the way over here, I'd get another one of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. Are bridges just illustrations? Okay, there are drawn several bridges on board. Do they have any significance on the gameplay or are they just illustrations? According to Laszlo Molnar, they are just illustrations.
Okay.
I guess they can get a special role in the expansions, but who knows?
Okay. Good
Since
enough.
since bridges are not mentioned in the rules, I think the conclusion is pretty clear.
Okay. That's about right.
Well, I don't know if it's clear, but
Right, but okay.
and Dono X says they are just illustrations. They shouldn't be ignored. They should be appreciated for their aesthetic qualities and mocked for the potential confusion they cause.
Nice. I dig it. I like his answer. Alright, so I have deserts.
So yes, you can get over here by, for instance, well, you're already next to the forest, so you got to fill in, making sure you're not next to any forest, right?
Right.
And any forest that you are next to, you fill it all up, right?
Right.
And then you would have, and then if you drew a forest, then you would have the option of putting it way over here.
Right. In that other forest.
Yes.
Gotcha, because you get a new forest.
Settlement.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay.
Okay. And this turn I drew canyons. And I'm not next to any canyons. So I could directly come way over here to this island, right?
Yeah,
I
that's the way
I
I
don't
read. That's
see
the way
where
I read
I'm
it.
next
Yes.
to any.
Nope, I agree.
So there we go.
Yep.
That's one way to do it. Just like I said.
Yep.
And then I get to add one to a desert if I want. That doesn't really get me anything over there. Dang it. Because you only have so many of these.
Right.
Okay, so you don't want to. Well, it doesn't really matter if you start pulling them away, as long as you don't pull them away from the city
Right.
or from the victory bonuses.
But since it's a desert, you have to put it next to one that you have, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted.
I have deserts.
Oh, but bridges don't mean anything, huh? Dang it.
Bridges don't mean anything. That's interesting. And then my bonus.
I don't know. Sure seems like they should mean something.
Right? I would think.
Alright, I got the flower child, or whatever, flower lands.
Which again, I guess you could, but then it's tricky. Oh,
Oh, that's a nice long line, huh?
that is a line and a half. That is amazing.
Let's see. So they blocked me out of that city over there, huh? Oops, I'm supposed to show it to you.
Okay. And forest.
When does the game end?
That's a good question. I'll check that in just a second.
What are the ending
Then
conditions?
I can collect my Stonehenge. And I'm going to fill
That's a
in.
pretty good one because you can put one anywhere.
Okay. End of the game. I'm liking this game. It seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah. It's even easier than Carcassonne, I think.
Oh. The game ends when one player has built the last settlement from their personal supply.
Oh.
However, the current game is still completed. The player on the right of the story player is the last player to perform their action. Okay. So when you're out of places, you're done.
Oh. Oh, we must have been playing by different rules. Maybe we were playing by some expansion
rules where you keep playing?
Yeah, well, because I remember pulling pieces off of one area and putting them somewhere else.
Which some of these will let you do that, I think.
No, this is lets you put one on the end of the line.
Right,
Oh,
no,
I see what you're saying.
Some of them do.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yes, there must have been something special, special tile that does that. Let me see. Nope, that ain't it. Nope,
Excuse
that
me.
ain't it.
Tower.
Oh, look. This.
Yep, the barn, the harbor, and the paddock let you do that.
Let you pull one off and
Yep.
move it.
Let
Okay,
you move
that's how we were doing it.
settlements. Okay.
Okay.
Which we don't have any of those.
Yeah.
What is this one let me do now?
It's all right.
Build one settlement on a hex of the same terrain type as your terrain type. Okay, but I did my forest, and so that goes away. Dude, you're awesome. This game is bomb.
No dice. That's I think the main reason they liked it because there was no dice in it.
Yeah, it's totally
Okay. Grasslands. 2, 3. Well, I guess it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's interesting. 2.
What's interesting?
Are you done?
Oh, draw a new card.
So I have a forest. I'm going to go ahead and use my thing here, my extra, right?
Why don't you flip it over so I know what it's...
Okay, so we know it's done. So
No. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the Stonehenge. So I'm going to use my Stonehenge. I have a forest. So I'm going to teleport my settlement over here. Okay. Then I'm going to place this one. I'm going to turn that one over. And I'm going to place one there. Okay.
Oh, that's truly anywhere?
Well, you have to place. Oh, let's see what it says.
Or do you have to put it adjacent to, I think you have to put it adjacent to something you already got.
Right, which I already have that one. And so
No. The Stonehenge. Is it a place anywhere? It's on the back.
Stonehenge. Build one settlement on a hex of the same terrain type as your play terrain. Build adjacent if possible. Oh.
It's
okay.
possible.
So you can't just start far away.
No.
So I don't understand what the superpower there is then. Because, I mean, what you're saying is that, like, you built down in that canyon.
It's because I wasn't adjacent to any canyons at that point.
Build one settlement on a hex of the same terrain type. Build adjacent if possible.
So it's actually better not to be adjacent to too many things.
Right?
Because that way it allows you to go somewhere else across the board.
It's curious.
You thought you were going to be sneaky, huh?
I did. Because it seems like that's what it would do. Is like it lets you launch something over there. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, alright. Alright. In that case, we have forests to work with. That's a little frustrating. What Stonehenge? That's interesting because it seems to me that it lets you put it anywhere. Let's see if there's an example. The Oracle. Build one settlement on a hex type of the same chain type. What's this game? Kingdom Builder Oracle. I'm curious about that now.
What Oracle?
That's what it's called. That's what Stonehenge is called.
You're going against the rules here?
I want to see if, like, what they really say.
It says build adjacent if possible.
Let's hang on a second.
Oh, as your play terrain card.
Yeah.
Oh, as a green. Oh, I see.
Okay. Possible. More information.
Oh, you're almost out of green, huh? You got 6 more green to fill out, and then you would have been golden.
What do you mean?
See, if you had filled that and that, then you would no longer be adjacent to any green.
Gotcha.
And then you'd be able to hop over.
No, but I'm adjacent right here to the green.
Well, yeah, you'd have to fill those out first.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
The Oracle lets you build one settlement on a terrain type. I need, but what I want to know if I can build far away from it. Okay, Kingdom Builder FAQ. Board game game. Board's up to you. Building bridges are just flavor art.
Yep.
Let's hang on a second.
What you're hearing in the background is Dennis the Menace. So there's nobody actually being tortured in the background.
Okay.
Other than Mr. Wilson.
Okay. It simply lets you place an additional settlement on the terrain type
There's a
of
card.
your card. As usual, it must touch an existing settlement if possible. Okay. Alright, so I get extra. Alright, so.
Well, you might as well fill out that 4 of green. Get it out of the way.
Well, no, because I have forest.
Oh, it's forest. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, you're next to too much forest there, buddy.
Yep. That's the thing.
You should have stayed away from it.
I should have stayed, and I'm touching flowers.
Isn't there one that make?
And I'm touching desert. So you've kind of got me backed into a corner over here because the mountains are impassable.
You backed yourself into a corner.
Whatever. Call it what you will. So if I go here.
Can't go there. It's forest.
That is not. And I have forest.
Yeah, this isn't forest.
Right. I have a farm. So as a bonus action,
oh.
I can put it on the farm.
Is that what the extra action is? No, put it at the end of a line.
No. This farm says I can just place another
Oh, that
this
one.
Is not
Oh.
an inn.
That's the end. Okay.
I keep trying to control my moves, I notice. Okay, so that's that. I'm just not... Okay, so I'll put a forest. We're going to play this game again, and I'm going to do much better.
I don't know.
I don't know either, actually. Because you can't jump across the water ever. Yeah. Forest. Bonus forest. And bonus forest. Alright. I wasn't too happy with that.
You weren't?
Oh. Because I didn't get to teleport my guys. That's what you said. You can put your guy far away. And so you lured me in with your stories of magic and mayhem. And then you said, oh, that's not how that works, Mike.
Hopefully the lighting's a little better. If it's not in your eyes too much, let me know. Alrighty. Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Canyons,
Wow.
perfect. It's just what I need. I'm on a roll.
Screwed.
Yeah, you are. 1, 2, 3. That puts me right in prime striking location.
You get
Do I need to go desert? 9. No, I don't. Discard and draw another one.
Okay. Alright, I've got Flowerlands, which at this point is just kind of a thing. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Alright. Well, what I should have done is put a forest right here, so at least I could get down onto that board. Well, in the vernacular of our friends to the south, this is no bueno. I'm going to have to fill up those flowers now. 1, 2... Then for my bonus, I could have done that. Build a field and build a forest house right there. And that's the flower fields.
Alright.
How come I have so many fewer than you?
Because you're using these building tiles.
Oh.
So you're killing me on that. Canyon. Well, there's only one place I can put a canyon. It's here. But maybe these extra ones will be good toward the old victory conditions. Here.
Yeah, I just keep messing with myself here a little bit. It's bugging me. All
I'm
right.
gonna get some big points for that one, I think.
Yeah. All right, done.
Oh, draw a card. Oh, desert. Yeah, draw a card.
Got a desert. And if I hadn't touched that desert, then I could have been in pretty good shape there, actually.
Why? Where would you have gone? down here.
Actually,
Oh, you would have had an option down here.
I would have had an option down here, but even there.
So you shouldn't touch that. I told you not to.
All right.
Don't be touching things.
Keep touching things. Stop touching. You're gonna go blind. All right. I'm gonna.
You want a glove?
Okay, so there's my bonus planes.
Oh, there's a box of rubber gloves behind you. Don't ask me why I have a box of rubber gloves.
I don't even want to know. I'm not even gonna go in that conversation. Gonna go bonus forest. I'm gonna go. And then I have deserts. One desert. Two desert. And this is your last move.
I think it records in chunks.
This is your last move.
This is my last move?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's kind of screwed then. That's
well,
it.
We'll see. See what you drew.
Oh, I drew desert.
Oh, no.
Oh, I might as well fill up that desert, huh? Hopefully get a lot of points. I think so.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see if that.
Oh, you do fill up the desert.
Let's see. Because I got an extra one here. I can get one long line, at least. 1, 2,
Okay. But it's
3.
interesting.
And I'll use my tile for 4.
Okay. All right.
I only have 3 left to his 0.
So, game is over. Now we count up the golds. And we see how it works.
Oh, we forgot to move the first player tile back and forth.
Should have known that. Okay, 3 keeping cards are value added.
Oh, you know what?
What?
It would have made a difference.
Why?
Because I would have been first player, you would have been second player. Then it goes to you to be first player. So you get two turns in a row.
Really?
Wouldn't it?
No, they would prefer.
Oh.
It just means who's the first player is.
Okay. Now. Oh, for determination of
exactly.
finishing the round. Okay.
Right.
If there were more players.
If there are more players, that way you know that that person's turn is done.
Okay.
Okay. Sequence of play. So you do that, you do that, you do that. Okay, end of the game. Yeah, Vernon records their totals on the gold tracks, on the gold score track. Okay. One after the other. Okay, then each earned by their settlements next to castle hexes. Okay. Alright, so first we're going to do the cards. So let's look at the cards that are over there. Build a settlement in all sectors. 3 gold for each of your settlements in that sector. 3 gold for each of your own settlements in that sector with the fewest of your own settlements. What? Build settlements in all sectors, but if you don't, I don't have settlements in all sectors. So if you don't have settlements in all sectors, do you still collect?
Nope. Oh. No. No. Yeah, that's a big no.
Okay.
They have an example there.
I'm looking at that. Okay, you have to have 1 settlement in each sector. Gotcha. So I don't qualify for the farmer.
Yeah, neither do I.
Build many settlements on 1 horizontal line. 2 gold for each of your own settlements built on that horizontal line with the most of your own settlements. Looking at my settlements, I think this is it. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're looking at the Discoverer?
9.
Or which
the
one?
Knights. I'm on the Knights.
The Knights.
So that's 9 times 2. I get 18 points.
You only get the longest one, huh?
The longest one. It's the longest one.
Oh, you beat me on that one.
Yeah.
I only got. Oh, are we doing just you or me?
You're just doing me. Right? We do me for each of the cards.
Okay.
Build settlements on many horizontal lines. 1 gold for each horizontal line in which you have built at least 1 of your settlements. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's another 9. Takes me to 27. And that's me. So now you do the cards.
That's just for each person?
Yep. Oh, he didn't get the farmer either.
I didn't get the farmer either.
Okay, so you don't get any farmer points. Nice.
Nice.
So you got your horizontal line, which is this
The longest one.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get 14 points.
14 points.
Then we do the horizontal line. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you
14.
get 14 for that.
28.
28.
1 point more than you right now. Now cities.
Then this is where you're going to barely eke it out.
Think so?
Because you have 2 cities and I have 1 city.
Castle. 3 gold for each castle hex if they have built at least one of their own settlements next to it. So,
Okay.
how
So
many?
you get 3 and 6. And I
Okay.
get 3.
28 is 34, and you get 3. 27, 30.
Okay. Good enough.
There you go, folks.
There we go.
I
That's the game.
win. See? Wow. Oops.
Here, do you want to send a picture of this all before you take it apart? Okay.
Come on.
Here we go. There's the king.
This is one.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, I got my finger in the picture there. There we go. There we go. And there he is. Alright, let's do it. Now we know.
The king.
That's a pretty simple game. Alright, so I think we'll really...
Alright. Oh, you want me to take my pieces off?
Wasn't gonna say, but yeah. There's those you can shuffle in.
Pretty straightforward game. I told you.
Yeah.
It's perfect for your family.
It is, actually.
You know, once you explain it to them, once they play it,
Right?
they're like, okay, no problem.
Okay. Yes. But that's the trick, is getting people to go to try the new game, because you have to get into it at a certain
All you gotta do is tell them it's easier than Carcassonne.
just like Carcassonne, but easier. Alright, let's see where we end up with.